Hey guys, welcome back to Jim's Amateur Bushcraft Adventure. Been over a month, or a month and a half probably, since my last video. I was getting ready for turkey season and everything. Went good, not great. I had a lot of action up here in my Graham's property with a gobbler like almost every time I came up here, but I just couldn't get him to come into the field where I had that homemade blind set up. And then, a good friend of the family, like an uncle, took me out second to last day, and we tried a different place up in, a couple towns over. And we ended up going up to a field, and we ended up, circling around the field and ambushing kind of a few jakes. And I think with it being my first time and everything, I just, so shaky and adrenaline rushing and everything else, I totally screwed it up. And I was a dumbass and only brought 3 shells with me. I normally would put a couple more in my pocket or something like that, and I didn't. So, live and learn. So, now I'm back to trying my videos. It's really damp condition today. It sucks. My pants are soaked. I walked through the field to get out here. Probably should have just cut through the woods. So what I want to work on today is I'm doing the Pathfinder Phase 1 take-home course. You'll be youth certified. You could actually open up a youth Pathfinder like class or something up in your area. We'll see how that stuff goes. I'd like to do it, but I don't know about times and, everything else. So, but what I'm going to do today is, for one of the things, I have to sit here for an hour, in complete silence and just kind of observe, just kind of look straight, practice using peripheral vision, stuff like that. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to work on my base camp. I'm going to set up the tarp that I use for the blind, probably the same thing as, just do a lean-to. I've been trying to think of some different ways to do stuff, but I think just for right now, I'm going to do a tarp and, play around during the summer. So I'm going to do that, work on a few, probably move my fireplace over. I'm going to move I'm still in the same area of my base camp. As you can see, my fireplace, I hope I got that for you. So this is still the same place that I did my previous videos. So, well, I'm going to get started. I'm going to do my hour thing, and I'll get back to you after that when I get ready to start setting up the shelter, and we'll just go from there, guys. All right. Alright, well, did that exercise. Went well. It's nice, peaceful, quiet. Nothing but, the birds, myself, some background noise, the rain coming down from the trees. So, that was it was nice. It was relaxing. So, now I'm going to clear out a spot, set up my tarp shelter. Still trying to figure out exactly where I want it. And there's a couple of spots that I see that I could put it and it'll be fine. But kind of wish I had, a spot for that and a spot for a compact camping hammock that I got. And maybe I do have it. I wish I had a better camera to show you guys, and I think, I don't know if I'd really be able to show you, but, just kind of give you an overview, I guess. So this is what I think I'm going to try. I'm going to try to set up a tarp shelter with a ridge line. If I actually had a camera and a tripod and stuff, I try to show you as I'm doing it, but still I'm only using a cell phone, so it's kind of hard to set that up somewhere and adjust it as need be and everything else. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead, I'll try to clear out some of this area. I'll set it up and I'll just try to go through the process of what I did after it's already done. So sorry about that, but it's what I gotta do. Alright, so I got the lean-to type formation made up with the tarp. I think I did a little bit better this time, at least with the knots on the ridge line. So let me run you through real quick. First off, I just got a bow knot that I fed the line through, the ridge line, which is, just a cheap piece of rope. I like to try to save my better stuff just for, actual stuff. And I ran it through along this tree, and I got two different knots in here. Both are pretty much the same. One's like a slip knot, and then the other one's, what they call a trucker's hitch, which kind of reminds me of a slip knot anyways. So I got the first knot, which helped taut the line, which is still a little loose. And then that second one, the trucker's hitch, which holds this knot tight, and then also allows me to put a, in this case, a piece of wood in to toggle down, the tarp to the line. So, and then, I don't have anything on any of the other holes. I could, but oh well. Similar thing here. I actually used my bank line for this, which I didn't want to do. I only got like 100 feet of it right now, and I don't want to use my good stuff, but I'm going to have to on a few things. I just did a Prusik, I think I'm saying this right, Prusik knot, where you just wrap this around 3 times, tie it, and it makes like a self-tightening knot, but I can, slide it by hand and tighten it up, and it should stay fairly taut. And I just, got a similar thing over here, piece of wood wrapped through the tarp, and with that Prusik knot, and holding it down. Then I just staked the bottom 2 corners. So I got a big tarp, so it's pretty roomy in there. I might end up putting something up here. I don't know, what I'm doing wrong, for that to happen, but oh well. It should work. The other one worked pretty good. Didn't stay taut, but I think it was just a cheap rope and everything I was using. So, I should be able to stay dry in there and stuff. One thing I was thinking about doing, but I just didn't do it right now, is instead of hooking the corners to the string, I was going to pull the tarp over and then stake down in front. That way I kind of have like a roof over it, and then it's still kind of in the lean-to fashion. I could make stakes out of sticks or something, but I was actually just going to use actual stakes. So this is where I'm at so far. I'm going to build a fireplace up front here. Maybe try to clear out some of this. I'm actually going to try starting a fire for a little bit to kind of dry off. I'm still soaking wet. So that's where I'm at so far. That's how you can do a little lean-to with a tarp, and this is probably, what you're going to get being an amateur. Practice gets, you'll get better and better. This is my second time, and I think it looks better than my first time. So, stay with me. I'm going to try to, get some rocks to make a fire hearth in this area. I'm going to try to collect dry herb material, and I'm going to try a little trick for a fire extender that I've seen on YouTube. So, and I think a fire extender will be pretty good in these conditions. So, I'll be right back. Alright, I built up my fireplace and, a few other things. See if I can get it in there good for you. So, I put some poles on the side here just for like cooking or anything. I'm not cooking now, but that's what I did. Here's the other one. So what I did was, I laid down some wet sticks. It's nothing dry. I could have, got some bigger pieces, batoned them, and used the inside. But I'm gonna try without doing that. So what I did, I probably could have used a little more. Gorilla brand duct tape, and I ripped small teeny pieces off of it. So expose the fibers, everything else. I've seen it catch on some videos. I'm going to see if I can get it to catch. So, and I got some smaller stuff on the side of the on the side of the fireplace, to dry out while I'm trying to get everything going. Excuse me, I've got to get my ferro rod here. So, and I got some small kindling from that broken down hemlock from the previous video, which, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get the fire going with the Gorilla tape. Question is sustaining that fire with all the wet material. So let me see how I can get this set up so you guys can see the flames from the Gorilla tape and go from there. There we go. So, got my stupid, cheap knife, which sucks, and my ferro rod. So let's see here. I swear I've seen this done before. Just try moving some stuff around and keep going. Alright, I don't know what's going on. This sucks when, you're on video and trying something and you can't get it to work. I'm gonna try something. I don't know. Alright, I failed. I don't even want to do the friggin' video now, but shit happens. If this was any sort of emergency, I wouldn't be giving up because fire is king. But you know, just out dicking around in the woods, practicing my skills, which need a lot of practice. You know, it's fine. Whatever. Shit happens. So, another thing in the Pathfinder Phase 1 is I have to build a temporary shelter. I don't know if I'm going to get it all done right now. We're kind of running out of time. So maybe what I'll do is maybe just start the frame of it. I forgot my freaking hatchet at the house, so all I got is this cheapo folding saw, and I mean cheap. Sucks. So I don't know. I guess I'll maybe at least start that and see how I feel and go from there. Like I said on the fire, probably what I really should have done was get some bigger pieces and cut down, you know, into the middle to expose the dry stuff, but I didn't. I suffer from a case of half-assism, where I half-ass a lot of shit. I'm gonna apologize for my language too, if I offend anyone. You know, just something that I don't really have any, and I have control over, but I don't. I'm just how I used to be, and language is stuck with me. So I'll try to keep it as minimum as possible. So that's it for right now. Let me maybe at least start a frame. I think I'm going to do a like A-frame type shelter. And I'll probably at least get the frame up before I maybe call it a day. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. You know, started working on, you know, base camp location and everything else. You know, had some success, had some failures. You know, lesson learned is, you know, don't be underprepared when coming out into the woods. You know, and on, you know, days that, and it's rained, and, you know, you gotta take the necessary steps to get that fire. You know, there's some other, you know, products out there that you can get that'll help sustain a fire. It'll burn longer, so, you know, you'll have a better chance of drying out that kindling. And then, you know, add in some bigger stuff to dry out after. You know, I don't have any of that stuff. I was just trying to do what I could, you know, with what I got. So, and there's plenty of lessons learned. You know, don't half-ass shit. You know, take some bigger pieces, take the time, cut them in half, get to that drier stuff. You know, get some sure flame stuff, you know, something that's going to, you know, burn for 5 to 6 minutes. You know, that'll give you plenty of time to dry out that stuff. You know, because you know, if this was any sort of emergency situation, I would have had to stay here and, you know, get that fire. I had my shelter built, you know, needed some fire, you know, especially wet, you know, could have been nice to dry off. You know, I got water, but if I didn't have water, I'd need that fire to, you know, purify the water, boil it. So, but, I mean, this is, I'll try to give you an overview again with my phone. So, I'm, you know, got the lean-to tarp. You know, got my fireplace here that didn't have a fire. And I got my A-frame started. So, this is what I got so far. You know, continue messing around during the summer. You know, probably be back out next weekend doing some stuff. So, or either that or I'll go fishing. One or the other. I haven't decided yet. I was debating fishing this morning. Probably should have. So, alright. This has been Jim with Jim's Amateur Bushcraft Adventure. Hope you guys learned something. Like how not to start a fire. Just kidding. But, so, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching, for, you know, the ones that do. And I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.